Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So this card I made about 3 weeks ago during a Facebook Live, so I'm just popping it onto my YouTube channel. It's a really fun Halloween pop-up card, but you can have it as any theme. It doesn't have to be Halloween. But I was inspired by a wonderful version that Gemma made, who's on my design team, and you'll see hers in the video at some point. So I've got my simple pop-ups mechanism die set there, but first of all I want to create a fun background. So I've just pulled out my Distress Oxide colours here. So I've got carved pumpkin, ripe persimmon, candied apple, seedless preserves, wilted violet and chipped sapphire. The key with these is to make sure they've not dried up. I do need to re-ink a few of my pads, but the majority of them are okay. The chipped sapphire and the seedless preserves was a little bit drier, but if they're nice and new or they've been re-inked, you'll get the best blend. So I'm just working all the colours together there just to get a nice kind of ombre effect. I just wanted to create a lighter part of the bottom where you'll see the sentiment and all the detail, and then the darker at the back. So I'm just using some acrylic paint here. I didn't have the gouache paint that I usually use, which is an opaque watercolour, but the acrylic paint here worked fine. I just diluted it slightly. So I'm just splashing that all over the back there and just going to let that dry, pop it to one side. Once that's dry, I'm going to stick it into my 6x6 card blanks. This is cut from a piece of 12x6, and here's Gemma's one. There is pictures on my Facebook page and also over on Gemma's Facebook page as well if you want to see that in more detail. But that's the card that inspired me. So with the easy pop-ups, I've just cut all the pieces that I need. Now there are, you know, slower paced, detailed videos showing you how to put these cards together with this die set, using this die set. These quicker videos are purely for inspiration. If you want to watch this all in real time, I'll share the Facebook post for the live below this video. But these are just here for people to bookmark and, like I said, use as inspiration. So I'm just using the medium and the small of the main pop-up pieces in there. And then I've taken the grass scene. That's from the new Easy Edges that I launched with this collection. So once I'm happy with the position, I kind of get everything cut first, lay it all down where I think I'm going to need it, and then stick it down. I thought I'd stuck those down on the earlier section of the video, but I'm just popping some glue there and just sticking those pieces down. And now just positioning where I want each of these pop-ups. So I'm just sticking glue on one side, and you're going to add your glue to the other side once you've folded that over, and then close the card, and then just leave it until it's completely dry. Don't be tempted to open it because more than likely, well, for me, it didn't always stick. And that's another point I just want to make. Please make sure that your Distress Oxides are completely dry. They do take a little bit longer than other inks, so sometimes your glue won't adhere to it as well as it would if it was dry. So do make sure, because I did have a little bit of a issue with some of these, and I had to really make sure that ink was dry before I stuck them down. But you can see that I'm just adding the next section one side at a time, and then as you open it you can see it all pops up, and I'm just going in making sure that's really secure, nice and burnished, just so it stands up and you get a really nice look. But you can see there how that's coming together. Once you started to get those into place, again, I did have to work mine a little bit more than usual just because the ink was still a little bit wet. You want to start adding all the other bits. So I've got the silhouette of the witch flying there, and I've just popped her on some acetate, and I'm popping her in this way. So I want to make sure that when the card's flat, that you don't see her poking out the side of the card. So I'm positioning it almost as I closed it, and that way I can ensure that when I close the card fully, that she is hidden behind. I'm taking some of the pumpkins. I've just used the two of the oranges there, so carved pumpkin. Oh, I think I brought in the yellow actually there. It's probably the squeezed lemonade or mustard seed. And I've just cut my pumpkins. So I've just laid them there. They're not stuck down. They're kind of just resting. I just wanted to create a pumpkin patch along the bottom there. So now I'm happy with the positioning. I'm just going to stick all of those down. And then you'll see towards the left there, there's these strips. You get a plate in the die set and it will cut all these strips, all different lengths. And you can have anything you want popping out of them. So you can see I've just popped them. I don't think they're all stuck down yet. Again, I'm just positioning them. I'm starting to stick them now. And you can then have other things stuck on the ends of them. So it just creates more of a pop-up. So I've got the gravestones there. I've got some of the little silhouettes of the fence, and I'm just going to stick them on the ends. Each time you have something, each time you go to stick something down, make sure that when you close the card, it is not going to pop out. You want everything to be concealed within that 6x6 edge. You'll see I just keep closing it just to check that everything is folding down how I want it to, and it is all hidden within that card size. So then I'm just going to carry on now, sticking all the other pieces down. It was the far left one that I had a bit of an issue with. That part of the ink was obviously still quite wet, or it might have been the acrylic paint on there, I'm not sure. But in the end, it did all stick. I just stopped it, put it to one side, let it completely dry, and then I went and stuck everything down. And I'm so pleased with how this card looks at the end. I still don't know who I'm going to give this one to. It's just sat to the left of me, so I need to just do the front cover still, and then I can decide who I'm going to give that one to. I've got a few people that I know will appreciate it. Then I took out my funky alphabet die set, and I'm going to have Boo to You. So I've just die cut all of them, and I'm going to position them all along the bottom, and you'll see that in a moment closer up with the pictures. So just lay everything down first, check that you're happy where it is, and then stick it down. And here you can see the finished card. I love that background. I think it works brilliantly. And you'll also see I've added purple to the back of that original one, and then this was the original. So there's the purple again, and then there was the black. I thought the purple broke that up and you could see the detail a little bit more. Again, you can see these pictures in more detail over on my Facebook page, and that's all linked below the video, along with all the product that I've used today as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this inspiration on other ways to use the easy pop-up mechanism set, and I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.